Film development hell, day 53. I've lost focus, so it's time to regroup is the name of this video. Why? Well, my name is Deborah Richards, and I am an independent film director from Las Vegas. And it's a really exciting time in my life right now because only a month ago, my second movie came out. It's called Shaken and Stirred. It's a documentary about the underground world of competitive flair bartending, and you can check out the trailer down below. But I'm also really, really excited because we're in development of our next movie, Scissor Mouth. It's a horror. And just been so focused recently on so many things to do with wrapping up Shaken and Stirred and promoting Shaken and Stirred and also developing Scissor Mouth. And I've had a couple of just some really big projects on my plate recently, including some commercial work. And while I've been juggling all of this, and getting a lot of things done, I woke up this morning and I was like, what's next? Like, what do I have to do? Like, literally, like, what is the priority? There's a couple really big things I have to do. I have to work on a cut of Shaken and Stirred for Amazon because the cut that's available now is the director's cut, and it'll be like a slightly shorter version on Amazon. So I have to work on that. I have to work on the screenplay for Scissor Mouth. To do like a final draft kind of thing. It's production ready, but I've been making notes for a year, and I've got to get into this. There's a lot of things that I've got to do, and I know what I've got to do. I don't know what to focus on next. So I think the best thing for me to do is have a powwow with Patrick today and figure that out. He's the producer of both movies, and he's kind of like my Jiminy Cricket and the voice of reason sometimes. So, but as you guys know, nothing happens without coffee. So let's get our coffee on. Cheers. Damn fine coffee. So I guess the topic of today is focus, because as I was saying earlier, I feel like I've lost focus. Literally, I've been go 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 on so many things, and I just kind of came to a hard stop. A lot of the recent big projects we got out the way, like the Sundance application yesterday, took all day. The deck for Scissor Mouth, the new deck for Scissor Mouth, and the new one page for Scissor Mouth, and yeah, so just got a lot of big projects out the way recently. And of course, the biggest of big projects was Shaken and Stirred. That is now available to buy and rent. Links down below. So that's very exciting. So I really kind of like, I guess the two really big things on the horizon are I've got to do this cut for Amazon of Shaken and Stirred because it's coming out on Amazon in a few months' time, which is really exciting. I don't know if I've even shared that with you guys. But anyways, and the other big thing is I got to write this draft of Scissor Mouth. So I've got to put my foot on the gas and get that done. Patrick, may I borrow your brain?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've just kind of lost focus a bit. Okay, so I'm just not lost focus as in I'm not motivated, just like I don't know which thing I should do next. I don't know where I should put my energy next. There's a couple really big projects on the horizon, the two biggest of which are the Scissor Mouth rewrite and the Amazon cut of Shaken and Stirred. Okay, so I'm feeling very motivated for Shaken and Stirred right now, and I feel it's good to take a little bit of a break from. Sorry, I'm feeling very motivated for Scissor Mouth right now. I think it's good to take a little bit of a break for Shaken and Stirred to get back to the editing of that.
But we need that Amazon cut done.
Right, but we're not in a hurry for it either.
Okay.
Are we? And to be honest, I can be doing that while Marcus is working on the budget for the Scissor Mouth draft, because the whole point of the final draft of Scissor Mouth is so that we can get an accurate budget before production.
Sure.
But there's also some other little things we can look at. I still have to, we have to do the vibe shift of the email. We can work on that anytime this week, but that's something else I have to work on. I was thinking of tag teaming it with you, and maybe because you know how to use all the tools now, I was thinking of maybe doing a rough layout of information of how I was thinking, and then you can maybe clean it up.
Sure.
So I guess the big question is, I'm not sure what thing to prioritize right now.
Well, if you want to prioritize something, I would do the Amazon cut so it's ready when it's available when we push it out. But yeah, for Scissor Mouth, I mean, doing that screenplay rewrite means you're gonna take a couple days off.
Well, let's talk about it. Should I go to Alamo again? Because I don't think I'm capable of writing here.
If you're not so who's gonna do the rewrite?
Me, but I mean, maybe I should go to Alamo and
Yeah, that's what I mean.
isolate.
Yeah, that's the typical way you do it. It helps your creative energies when you're just focused on that and you don't have your phone and anything. And as you know,
I was thinking like maybe
I'm going to California at the end of the week, so I'll be gone.
Yeah.
From Thursday to Sunday, maybe drop you off Wednesday and pick you up on Monday.
Next week?
No, at the end of this month. I'm sorry, end of this month, end of May.
At the end of the May? Okay.
So do you want to do it during the weekday?
I don't care if it's a weekday or weekend. Makes no difference to me. I'll be isolated.
And how many days do you need? How many nights?
3 nights.
3 nights?
I think.
If I drop If I dropped you off Sunday the 25th
Uh-huh.
and picked you up Wednesday the 28th, that gives you 3 nights in Alamo.
That works. Should we plan for that?
Yeah, let's plan for that.
Okay, we're going to plan for that.
And then the next day I leave for California.
So, guys, part of my writing process is I go to this little town 100 miles north of Vegas, and it's just desert, and there's a gas station and a motel, and I stay in this motel, and Patrick drops me off there, he takes my phone with him. I have no access to internet, no nothing, I just have a laptop, but no Wi-Fi in the room or anything, and that's where I write. I just go a little crazy and isolate, and there's nothing to do there. So there's 0 distractions, so it just pulls me into the, the story world. So what are those dates, Pat?
25th through the 28th. May 25th through 28th.
Copy that. Okay, let me stick that on my calendar. Alamo. All day, 25th through 28th, 7th. Yes. 25th through 27th, yeah? Cool. That's exciting. That's exciting. Okay, so for now, though, what should I prioritize? Obviously, there's the shaken and stirred Amazon cart, and I can get into that, and I can make that the priority next, and go deep in that. But are there any little things that you need me to do for you to support you, or other tasks, or anything?
Right now, no. Unless I call you over to check something.
Okay. So,
yeah, again, I'm putting little videos together, and then you can spice them up.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you'd rather me work on the movie than the email to begin with?
Let's do the email too, because we can talk. Yeah.
Which?
Do the email first and then the movie.
Okay.
Because we've had so many new people sign up to follow us, and these are people who expressed interest in following us and our projects, Shaken and Stirred, Scissor Mouth. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's make sure we keep them engaged.
Yeah. So guys, if you're not already signed up for the 1905 Films Insider email, go to 1905 Films and sign up for our Insider email. And we were having this, Patrick and I were having this conversation the other day. I was saying, like, I feel like our emails lately have been kind of not what I initially, intended for the 1905 Insider kind of thing. I wanted 1905 Insiders to be a bit more like of a club, like literally an insider where you get the latest scoop on everything that we're doing and stuff. And lately, I apologize if you didn't get the emails because I feel like while it's us that's putting the emails together and we, put a lot of heart and soul into them, I feel like we've been kind of just selling to our audience as opposed to involving our audience in this journey. So I was suggesting that we did a little vibe shift on the emails and kind of retool it so it's a little bit less about pushing one project, but a little bit more about all the different projects that we're working on, and also some industry news and just like because a lot of people that follow us aren't even filmmakers, so they don't know what's going on with Hollywood and stuff. And yeah, so we're going to do a little vibe shift with the email. I'm going to draft something up to show Pat what my idea is or what's this.
We got an email from the Turkish media company. So next Tuesday, May 13th, 7 a.m. our time, 5 p.m.
Oh, that's cool. And these are people we met at NatP, correct?
I'm not sure. We met a whole bunch of Turkish people there. But 5 p.m. Istanbul time, 7 p.m. us, so we have to get up early.
And these are distributors, yeah, that are interested in shaking and stirred?
Yeah, it's a media company that so they can get. They have connections with all sorts of channels in Turkey and MENA, MENA, Middle East, North Africa.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
hey, what about
so you should have a schedule. So we'll put this down on your schedule.
Okay, let me get back to my calendar. Okay, when is this?
Tuesday, May 13th, 7 a.m. our time.
Oh, yeah, 7 a.m. Okay, and who's the meeting with?
Mukteba.
How do you spell that?
Mucteba.
Mukteba. Okay, that's all I need. I'll put 7 a.m.
With Mete Media. METE Media.
MET. I'll figure that. Okay. Cool. I've got it in 7:30. That's so early. Crazy. That's because of the time difference between us and Greece, I guess. Or is it Greece or Turkey? Turkey. My bad. Turkey. Okay. Didn't you say there was a review?
Yes.
Awesome. We've got a new review for Shaken and Stirred.
Look at that, beautiful.
Oh, that is cool. Look at this, guys. Oh,
there's our poster, indiered.com, so let me click on it.
You mentioned it was long, right?
Yeah, it's 4 out of 5 stars, so that's very positive.
And what is the name of this website?
indiered.com.
indiered.com. Do you want me to read this one out loud?
Look at. Do you want to read all that?
Oh, lordy, it's pretty long.
It's too long, so I'll just say.
Okay, let me read it, and I'll let you guys see my reaction. How's that?
But it's overall it's very positive, and it's clear the person saw the movie.
Can you send me a link, and I'll read it right now?
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, Cookie, what do you think? We got a new review.
It's clear the person saw the movie, so that's good.
We got a new review, Cookie. It's exciting. Yeah. So I'm about 3/4 of the way through this review, and I like this line. It says, Director Deborah Richards has done this entire sport a great service with this documentary. You're welcome. I'm just kidding. But that's cool. Okay, there's hold on, I want to talk about this part, because it says, it flows with such a brilliant logical progression that perfectly details how the sport has evolved. And what's interesting about this is I've been thinking about the edit. You know, the review the other day said it had one little kind of negative thing about like the editing could be punchier or something. Right. And I was thinking about it a lot. And while I've been like walking Cookie, I've been background processing how I would edit it differently if I could go back to it and do it again. And I got very inspired by the documentary recently, Apollo 11. And I love what they did in that movie when they when they spoke about people like the astronauts at the beginning of the movie, and they're introducing each of the astronauts, um, the movie is in Apollo 11 is completely made up from B-roll of NASA, right? So they didn't have B-roll of Buzz Aldrin as a child or whatever, but they used B-roll like from photo albums and old stuff, and it was almost like a Flickr book, really fast editing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember it? And you would get like this kind of almost like life flashing before your eyes kind of effect of, you know, a picture of Buzz Aldrin as a kid, then his marriage photos, and a little video clip of him climbing up the steps to a jet fighter, and just like these little quick rapid fires that told you so much about that character and so much background. And I think if I were to go back and re-edit Shaken and Stirred, I would do that with each of the characters, and it would mean so much more. You know, gathering assets from the talent, which in turn means so much more clearance and clearance on the credits and legal and all that. And I'm not saying I'm going to go back and do that. I'm not prepared to do that. I'm just saying creatively, I've been thinking in my head, how would I, if I was to go back to Shaken and Stirred and re-edit, how would I punch it up, knowing what I know now? And that's what I would do.
Okay.
What do you think of those
Yeah,
ideas?
that's great.
Yeah. Because I think you could learn so much more about Christian Delpeche and about Rob and about all the characters, everyone, like a little Flickr book of their past wins
Well, if
and
it was all their
moments.
own photos, if we got their own photos, it would have been easy to get clearance.
That's true, but
And a lot of them already signed the photo release forms.
that's true. Don't talk me into this, because that's what, for the Amazon cut, like total no, I can't. I gotta move on with my life. I gotta get to Scissor Mouth. But I don't even know how we got on this subject, but that's what I was thinking about.
So what do you think of the review?
Oh, the review. That's how we got into the subject. So yeah, no, the it flows with such a brilliantly logical progression. That's what triggered this whole conversation.
So now that we have three
I haven't read the last
legitimate reviews,
third of it.
but now that we have three legitimate reviews, I just put them, link them to our IMDb, and then you show that link, your IMDb link, to Rotten Tomatoes. So now we can go into Rotten Tomatoes, submit the form to Rotten Tomatoes to go on Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, so all these reviews help us a lot.
See, little wins. And if you've seen Shaken and Stirred, please write an honest review at imdb.com, because Amazon owns that. So when it comes out on Amazon, that'll help trip the algorithm, not trip the algorithm, but like, you know, kick it in shape and make it algorithmic.
And then if you really want to help us, write on Rotten Tomatoes too.
Oh, that would be, yeah, that would be, that, oh, I haven't even thought about that yet. That's amazing. That's great news, Pat. Okay, well, I've got to finish reading this, Chapow Pow. Wow, guys, I'll just read you the, one of the last lines. Well, the last line. Shaken and Stirred gets a solid 4 stars out of 5 from me. That's awesome. Okay, I've read it all. What do you think of it?
I think it's, it's very positive. We can use a lot of the quotes in our
marketing materials.
In our marketing, yeah, we use a lot of the quotes. That's what you want from a review, you know? You want to have all these great quotes, and clearly the person watched it, which again, you can't always assume, or watched it well. People have reviewed movies of ours or work of ours, and they get your name wrong. They give names of directors we've never heard of before as you. We have our movies taking place in different locations, which I don't know how they did that.
Yeah, review sites are weird.
So yeah.
So this one's great. They watched the movie obviously, and they were engaged. And 4 out of 5 ain't bad.
And like I said, all legitimate reviews help us on IMDb, which helps us on Rotten Tomatoes, which helps us in the industry get this film out there.
I like the headline. You want to play with glass? You're gonna cut yourself. Hashtag words to live by.
Lorenzo's quote.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I forgot. What am I supposed to be focusing on? Oh, the email. The email. Okay, let me.
Yeah, brush up the email, please.
I'm gonna.
I wonder what you're gonna do to do that.
Okay, I need to go into some creative space here and figure out what I've got some loosey goosey ideas. But let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me pull up some stuff on the computer and we can take a look. I got news. Karen just wrote back, our person of interest who we're trying to convince to be our CFO. She wrote, "Hi there. Wow, what a page turner. I really enjoyed the script. Would love to continue our conversation. Yada yada yada." Huh?
The accountant. The accountant.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Awesome. That's great. I love it.
Yeah, she liked it. Yay. I was gonna follow up, but she just beat me to the punch, so that's great. I'm working on the email and I got some inspiration. I did like a little Google search for like good newsletters and I got some inspiration from this layout. And I like the way there was like a header followed by 3 columns, text, and then that kind of thing. So I started putting this together to give some same kind of look, feel. But let's get Patrick involved. Hey Pat.
What?
Could you take a look at the direction I'm going? Have a little kind of quick first peek at what I'm doing. Yeah, that's the email. Like,
Yeah, that's good.
And then these, I'm trying to get colored backgrounds for these so that so it's more like you see this slightly inspiration with the colored backgrounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to do that. What do you think? You seem very unimpressed. I liked it. So guys, I'm making this. We send out our emails in Wix because our websites are built with Wix and we really like Wix, but it gets a little frustrating sometimes. Right now, I'm trying to, let me see if it can expose correctly. I'm trying to figure out how to make each one of these text columns have a different background color, and is it tricky. I seem to have every option over here but the right option, so I'm gonna try and figure that out. So the last iteration or generation of our emails had this kind of a vibe, which I felt was a bit Web 2.0. So we're just trying to modernize it and freshen it up a little. So I'm starting to feel pretty good about the layout. Let's have a look. We got this kind of a layout. Oh, Pat, come see. Let me get your opinion. On the can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
On the layout? So basically we have 3 lead stories, like whatever the latest news is here about chicken, whatever the latest news is about mountain,
Right.
and whatever the latest news is here. Then we can have like, the welcome to the latest 1905 insiders.
Right.
And then we can have here like leave a IMDb review here.
Right.
Join 1905's YouTube here.
Yeah.
Click here for merchandise.
Right.
Click here for the Nevada Women's Film Fest.
Yeah.
And then we can maybe have like one industry story here.
Okay.
And then skip to the merchandise, and then that would be it.
Okay.
And a footer and stuff. What do you think?
Sounds good. Looks good. Yeah.
Looks clean?
Looks clean.
Cool. So this is what we got so far. Slowly getting there, bit by bit, inch by inch, baby steps. And then I gotta finish this bit. I gotta fix this bit. But what do you think?
Yes.
So it'll be like news.
Right.
Some important message, a different image from one of our films each week.
Right.
Pushing reviews, our YouTube, merch, and the Nevada Women's Film Fest.
Yeah.
Then any other kind of message like, as 1905 thingy, we want to keep you abreast of all the latest industry news. Here's something that caught our eye. And this had a nice little article written up there. And then merch.
Okay, that's good.
So what do you guys think? This is, if you guys are signed up for 1905's as a 1905 Films insider, you will receive this email this weekend. So I think it's looking pretty cool, right? Right? No?
Yeah.
I like the 3 columns and the 4 columns. Cool. All right, we got the Royal Seal of Approval. Patrick likes it. So that's about it. I think I'm pretty much there. Let's have a look one more time. We got like a header. We're gonna have information about our 3 films. Thank you for being 1905 Films Insider. We'll have a still from one of our films each week. We'll have stuff pushing the IMDb reviews, our YouTube channel, the merch, the Nevada Women's Film Festival, where a screening of Shaken and Stirred is coming up, and we are there. So, guys, if you like this long-form content, you know what to do. Click in the circle up here to subscribe, and please leave a 5-star review down below. And I will see you all after the weekend for more film development hell. Peace.